Who wants to play a simple game of Mafia? Such an insignificant phrase, yet such intentional malice held within. Malice well disguised in innocence. I was at my best friend Monica's house for her 16th birthday. It was planned to contain festivities that would take place in her sprawling backyard. Unfortunately, a summer thunderstorm intruded on our fun times. We all had to stay inside to avoid becoming drenched. Moping around, we silently grieved the loss of fun memories. At the party, there was Monica and me, of course, but there were 8 more. Jacob, a kind, popular kid. Avery, a shy, introverted nerd. Haley, a loud, boisterous girl. Kendon, a hilarious but extremely smart guy. He's also my other best friend. Gabe, who's an egotistical jerk. I have no idea how Monica can even stand him. Damara, a very pretty but very honest and humble girl. Lillian, Monica's awesome cousin, and Damien, Monica's very outspoken crush. Monica's older sister, Ava, came downstairs to observe what we were doing, which was absolutely nothing. Seeing us acting upset, she decided to cheer us up with a game. Who wants to play a simple game of Mafia? Mafia was her specialty. She crafted clever, entertaining stories and creative deaths. Whenever we couldn't experience the outdoors, she would gather us up and narrate the game for us. Those of us who've played along with her before immediately nodded enthusiastically. Monica convinced the others quickly, and Mafia was underway. The 10 of us gathered in a circle, and Ava stood on the outer edge of the shape. Before I continue, let me give you a rundown of the game. So there's 2 different types of people, townspeople and Mafia. The Mafia's goal is to kill all the townspeople, and the townspeople's goal is to lynch all the Mafia. Within the townspeople, there are 3 roles: doctor, who can heal people; detective, who can investigate a person's role; and civilian, who doesn't have an ability. Actions and abilities are performed during the night. During the day, after nighttime, people are voted up to the chopping block to be killed. If you believe they're guilty, you vote them up. Last team standing wins. Ava announces, "Okay, so there's going to be 3 Mafia, 1 doctor, and 1 detective. Everyone, heads down. I'm going to assign roles. If you look, you're disqualified." Giddily, our heads tilted down in anticipation of a role. Everybody's mind filled with the hopes of becoming Mafia, the best and most exciting role in the game. The thrill of watching others turn against each other because of your work is almost euphoric. Ava slowly walked around in the circle, announcing a role and tapping heads to assign them. On detective, I felt a slight pressure on my scalp. It wasn't my favorite role, but it was better than civilian. When she finished, she returned to her position. "It's nighttime. Everyone keep your heads down. Mafia, wake up." I tensed, hoping I wouldn't be the first to go out. The worst part of the game was when you had to watch everything unfold without you. She ordered them to put their heads back down and repeated the process with the doctor and me. I raised my head and eyed everyone suspiciously. Before I chose someone, Ava caught my attention. Something was amiss about her. I couldn't place my finger on it, but it was a gut feeling. A sense of doom settled over me like a fog. Nothing felt right, but I played it cool, figuring my imagination just ran wild. I settled upon Kendon, wanting to make sure I can trust one of my favorite people. Ava shook her head. Good. I let my head drop again, and Ava spoke up. "Everyone wake up." We all glanced warily at each other, wondering who was the first to be a victim and who were the perpetrators. Ava started her monologue. "Late at night, a group of teens arrived in a random city to spend the weekend partying and hanging out. But there were a few among them planning to backstab them. They set to work laying out their plan until they had it just right. After everyone had passed out from exhaustion in their hotel rooms, the Mafia crept into someone's room." Her hands danced through the air, her eyes reflected her words, painting a story across the canvas of our imagination. It was an enthralling experience watching her move. They stalked up to the bed where she lay. One of them raised a knife high into the air and plunged it into her stomach. She was stabbed multiple times until she eventually bled out. That person was... Ava was cut off by a scream. Lillian? Are you okay? I looked over and saw Lillian's hunched over frame, her wavy black hair hiding her face from view. A cough racked her body and blood-laced spittle hit the carpet. Exclamations arose from everyone except Ava, who was eerily calm. Monica hurried over to her cousin's side to help her stand. Lillian gave almost no effort as she collapsed on shaky legs immediately. Her stomach became exposed to us, and what I saw made me wish she fell face down. A bloom of crimson formed on her sweater near her gut, as if she was stabbed. Blood dribbled out of her mouth like a small waterfall. She twitched slightly on the ground, death throes consuming her muscles. Panic consumed everyone as we struggled to escape, but we couldn't move. We were rooted on the spot. Monica sat down with grace, even as her face displayed the raw grief she was feeling. Our limbs were being controlled like we were marionettes under the control of a puppet master. I looked at Kendon and stared at his face, reading his expression. He was as shocked and horrified as I was. In fact, no one looked like they had a whisper of an idea of what the hell just happened. Ava called for our attention by clearing her throat. 9 fear-filled pupils landed upon her angelic face. I realized what was wrong about her appearance. Her eyes were filled with a deep evil that I had not seen before, buried beneath a false facade. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Did I forget to tell you about the little twist I added?